and we broadcasting live. We broadcasting via the Facebook, also the Instagram, and also we have a broadcast at our YouTube channel, which is called the Saha Junior Science Academy. And we started the new traditions of talking to interesting people from all over the place. And now we have the first ever African gentleman in our live broadcast, and his name is EMEAFU Frénsis Ebere, and he's actually at the moment in broadcasting from or live with us from Nigeria, which is right in the, what is it called, the western part of Africa?
Yes,
it is in the West Africa, yes, and the country called Nigeria. Nigeria is the biggest by population size and also by its economy, the country in Africa, in the African continent. Its economy is only, I think, 4 times smaller than Russian, but it's about maybe $1 trillion or something, the GDP. So it's very large. And also it has more than 200 million people population-wise, which is bigger than South Africa, and the economy also is bigger than South Africa. It's a very multi-ethnic country. It has many different nationalities, different group of people, many languages. And Frénsis speaks in several languages, I believe. And he's also, I think the main language is Igbo, yeah?
Yes. We have 3 major languages in Nigeria. We have Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba.
Okay.
And I am an Igbo man, yes.
Okay, very good. So I can tell you we are broadcasting from Yakutsk, which is in the middle of the eastern Siberia, which is the very far east of Russian Federation, which is the largest country in the world. And if you have a direct flight from Yakutsk to, for example, Lagos or Abuja, it will take maybe, something like 10 hours or so. And it's the distance there, it's about 7,000 miles. That's the distance, direct distance, which is the same distance that will be from Yakutsk to Sydney, Australia.
Oh, really?
Okay. And the midpoint from our, if we're flying direct, because the land is spherical, so the midpoint will be somewhere in Ukraine, in the Chernihiv Oblast. The time difference between Yakutsk and Nigeria is 8 hours. At the moment in Nigeria is 3 p.m. Here in Yakutia we have it's 11 p.m. About 11 p.m. 13 at the moment. So Yakutsk is the main city, which is standing on the actual permafrost, and is in latitude wise is the 60 degrees north, which is as you understand, 60 degrees north is quite far up from the equator. It's maybe more than 4,000 also, or sorry, is it 6,000 kilometers up? And the longitude, it's the 128 or 129 degrees to the east from Greenwich line, which is also, it's a 14,000 kilometers, that is, from 14,000 kilometers from the Greenwich line. And your place, Abuja, is about what? It's 6 degrees north, latitude-wise, which is only 600 kilometers up the equator, yes, above the equator, and the longitude-wise only 3 degrees east, which is about 300 kilometers from the Greenwich line. Okay, so so the country called Federal Republic of Nigeria, and it has a motto. It's motto called the Unity and Faith, Peace and Progress, and it's the democratic country. It has a population of 206 million people. For the last 14 years, it's increased by 66 million, which makes it as 7th biggest by population country in the world, after China, India, United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, and Brazil. And the territory-wise is only 3 times smaller than Yakutia. Yakutia is a rather big region, the region we live in. Okay.
So I hope to someday visit there.
Yes, we hope to see you here, you know. And so you are from the, which state you said? From?
I hail from Imo State.
Yes.
My hometown is Amucha in Njaba local government area of Imo State. Yeah.
Okay. So how many states are in Nigeria?
We have 36 states in Nigeria.
Okay, 36
yes,
states.
36 states in Nigeria,
okay.
Plus the Federal Capital Territory, which is Abuja.
Abuja, yes. And Abuja is actually right in the middle of the country.
Yes, Abuja is in the center of the country. You're right.
Okay. And I remember that until the 1991 or something, the capital city was Lagos, the largest city in Nigeria.
Yes. Lagos used to be the head of states of Nigeria. It used to be the capital city of Nigeria prior to Abuja taking over.
Okay. So the Abuja now is the new place, and it's a vibrant new federal capital. And the Lagos is the business capital of Nigeria. Is it true?
You said what?
Is it? Yes, the Lagos city is the economic capital of Nigeria.
Yes. So much economic activities are going there. A lot of companies, when they come into Nigeria, their first point of contact is usually Lagos State. So Lagos is very much at the forefront in economic-wise in Nigeria.
Okay. So also because we talked about how many, there are many languages, like more than 300 or so in Nigeria. And you said the 3 main groups of languages. And you speak, how many languages do you speak?
Okay, so right now I'm communicating with you in English language. I speak my own mother tongue, which is Igbo, and I also speak Hausa language fluently. So I speak 2 indigenous language plus English language, making it 3.
Okay, excellent. That's very good. Yeah. But can you tell me a little bit about the Igbo people? Because I remember that Igbo people had a very long history. It's like, from the 9th or 8th century or something, because they had a big kingdom there, and they have a very, very long sort of, royal history and so on. Can you tell me a little bit about your people?
Well, Igbo people are a very loving people, mostly found in the eastern part of Nigeria. Igbo people believe so much in their culture and tradition. And when it comes to leadership, everybody is almost a leader in Igbo land. We generally have kings, popularly called Ezes, and then we have traditional heads and chiefs called chiefs. They are called Nze and Ozo and the likes. So the major leadership in Igbo land is the kingship, which is the Eze. That's prior to the coming of the white government and white kind of leadership. So the Eze is usually the king of the land in Igbo part of Nigeria. So we have 5 days in a week. As in Igbo land, we have 5 days in a week. Eke, Nkwo, Ore, and Oha, and the likes. And then, so we have 3 market days, basically. We have 3 market days. And then, so we are the Igbo people are out kind of people travel.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so they travel a lot. So I'm very much sure that there in Russia, you have a lot of Igbo indigenes there because my people are great travelers. They move far and wide. They don't reside in a particular place. Okay. So, and there is an adage that usually says, if you come to an environment and you don't find an Igbo man there, that place is not safe to live. So you better leave.
Excellent. Yeah. Yes. Yes, we heard a lot about the Igbo people, because Igbo people is they're the great creators of wealth, and they're very much everywhere, almost especially in West Africa, as I understand, in many countries. And it's the big ethnic group. It's like meta-ethnic group, and they have been very respected, throughout the ages. Igbo people, because of their culture and good and great traditions. And and compared to that, you see, what is the main religion for Igbo people?
Well, before the Christianity came in, we had our traditional worship. The traditional worship, which is worshiping in some part of Igbo land, they reverence trees, some parts snakes, some parts river, and then we usually have shrines, and then we believe in the thunder and the god of thunder, and so after the Christianity came in, Igbo people generally accepted Christianity very much well. So right now, Christianity is the religion popularly practiced in Igbo land.
Okay. So, how at the moment is it the politics is popular with the young people of Nigeria? Are the young people interested in politics?
Well, as of 2 weeks back, young people have been protesting in Nigeria concerning bad governance, police brutality, and a lot of stuff related to bad leadership. Before now, due to the failure of leadership, the lots of youth in Nigeria do not really give interest in political affairs. They majorly focus on their business, their education, and their social life. So they just go about their things. And then probably when it is election year and they are being called to vote, some of them come out to vote. A lot of people do not bother about voting because they believe that their votes does not really count. But that narrative is changing right now. The young people are becoming much more aware. They are taking their future and their life in their hands. They are chanting the cause and then making conscious efforts to, take charge of their destinies. And right now, they are making a lot of demands to the government, telling them that this nation has to be good, this nation has to be better for every person, irrespective of your age, your tribe, or your religion of worship.
Okay, so the country is very much on the move.
Yes. There is so much movement towards restructuring of the country and getting things to work in Nigeria. There is so much hope. There is so much hope that Nigeria is going to be better. And we are all putting our hands together, both working physically, supporting morally and emotionally, and also in prayers, because my people love praying a lot. So we're supporting in all ramifications.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. So could you tell me a little bit about your educational background? Which school did you go to, and university later on, and so on? Please.
All right. So I started my nursery education in Kano State because I was born in Kano. So my first nursery school was Halal Nursery and Primary School. And after my nursery school, I went further to a primary school. I went to Victory Nursery and Primary School. After I finished from Victory Nursery and Primary School, I went further for my secondary school. I started with, what's the name of this school again? Kano School of Business Studies. I actually went to a lot of schools. I went to Kano School of Business Studies. From Kano School of Business Studies, I went to Central High School. They are also in Kano. So I changed schools a lot during my my junior studies because of a lot of troubles, riots. We'll travel, we'll come back, we'll travel again, we'll come back. So I did not just go to one primary school or one secondary school. I went to about 3 secondary schools and about 3 primary schools also. So, but I finished my secondary school in Birabi Memorial Grammar School. That is where I got my my secondary school leaving certificate. Yeah.
Okay. Is it
so after my secondary school leaving certificate, I got admission into Federal Polytechnic Nekede, where I studied electrical electronics engineering. I obtained my national diploma there, and then I went further to study in Lagos State Polytechnic, where I obtained my higher national diploma in also electrical electronics engineering, and I'm majoring in the telecommunication option. So the inclination by discipline, the engineering I had as a discipline helped shape a lot of things I did that has brought me to where I am today. So I remember as an undergraduate in the university. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So as an undergraduate in the Polytechnic, I engaged in lots of tutorial classes. After learning from mentors, I came and I was teaching to other younger students, you know, making and passing knowledge to them, impacting them knowledge, and also making economic profit from the process. So that has been what has brought me to where I am today. So after my Polytechnic, I was deployed to serve in Plateau State. That is what we call NYSC in Nigeria. It means National Youth Service Corps. So it is a compulsory 1-year service that every graduate must undertake before going into the labor market. So during my NYSC days, I also was opportune to be posted to a secondary school. So I helped in shaping the lives of a lot of Nigerian youths. I taught physics and mathematics, and also having a discipline in the field of electrical electronics engineering. I established an electronics club where I was teaching the students electronics and designs and stuff like that. And that has been what has led to where I am today. Currently, I am working in the Federal Ministry of Power. That is why I'm here in Abuja. I'm still furthering my education. Right now, I'm enrolled in University of the People, and I'm studying computer science because technology is taking over the whole ecosystem, and we need to be abreast of what is happening in the technological trend of the world. Okay. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. So you are rather an expert in the primary school education and the secondary school education because you have been to so many schools. So what is the most important things in your view for a student of the secondary and primary schools? What is the most important things, you know, you took from the school? Can you remember that?
Okay, so in the primary school, if you don't attend a good primary school, your life will not be shaped properly. Part of the reasons also I changed some schools was that by the time we traveled,
Подождем, да, наверное?
Да, конечно. Очень интересно рассказывает.
Друзья, мы продолжаем в любом случае прямой эфир. Сейчас подождем, пока Фрэнсис подключится. Может быть, снова. Но он заранее предупреждал, что у него могут быть какие-то проблемы со связью. Видимо, эта проблема до сих пор не решена в Нигерии.
Возможно, да. Ну, там очень много народа, я так понимаю, и очень
Да, видимо,
невероятно
да, борьба за мегабайты, видимо.
за мегабайты, да. Но я могу сказать немножко, да, об истории Нигерии, потому что я немножко в свое время интересовался очень состоянием, как говорится, политической жизни в этой стране, потому что она получила независимость в 1960 году и объявила себя сразу монархией. Ну, естественно, монархом тогда была Елизавета II, британская, да, так сказать, ее звали тогда королева Нигерии, да, еще. У нее такой титул был. Это 3 года где-то продолжалось, и потом была образована первая республика. И первая республика, значит, она продержалась не так долго, всего 3 года, потом произошел первый военный переворот. Военные захватили власть, и они там смогли продержаться, скажем так, довольно долго, целых 13 лет. Потом, значит, кое-как возобновилась демократическая жизнь, была создана вторая республика, которая где-то еще смогла там удержаться у власти всего 4 года. Hi. I think we've
Sorry,
been
I lost my
interrupted.
internet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interrupted.
sorry.
Yes. So you were telling it, what is the most important things during the primary school is because it shapes you. And
Yeah, so in the primary school, you are being introduced to a lot of moral upbringing. You know, apart from the fact that you learn how to read and write, in the primary school, if you miss your moral upbringing, you miss it for life. So in the primary school, it's very important that children are put where they have good caregiver, you know, to shape their lives morally. It's very important. And then participating in lots of school activities, cultural dance, quiz competitions, drama. It helps to open up the mind of the child. You know, the child's mind is very receptive of information. So it opens up the the child's mind to so many information. So depending on what this child is exposed to, that is what will shape the child. So it is very important that at that particular age, at that young age where children are in primary school, they are exposed to good moral guidance, and they are also exposed to a lot of information that will help them in their life and give them opportunity to decide where they want to focus on. So the primary school is a very good place to give the best initial upbringing for every human you can think of.
Yes. What's about the secondary school? It's a middle school. What is the most important thing during the middle school?
So in the middle school, most children have started gaining understanding of themselves. They've started being able to make some decisions. So they start to build on what they've learned in the primary school. Okay, they now know how to read. They understand a little about their social environment from the primary school. In the secondary school, they begin to understand little about their political environment. They begin to decide, okay, am I going to focus on sciences, on arts, on social sciences, or would they be focusing on the history aspect of life? So in secondary school, people begin to decide where they will channel their energy for their entire life. So that is what happens in the secondary school. So secondary school is a decision-making part of every human being.
Okay. So how difficult is to receive your leaving certificate? Do you have to pass government exams and then on that base you can get to the university, or you have to pass another exams to get to university? What is like in Nigeria?
Okay, so in Nigeria we have the junior school living certificate. We have the first school living certificate, which is the one you write when you're about to leave your primary school. Then we have, when you get to secondary school, you write your junior school living certificate, or junior WAEC, like they call it. And then you also get to write your senior WAEC. So the junior WAEC is from JS1 to JS3. After you're completing your JS3, you write your junior WAEC. And then from SS1 to SS3, you write your senior WAEC, and that forms your secondary school leaving certificate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So usually it's not that difficult if you are being taught with the curriculum, the full curriculum of the school. There is a curriculum already in place. Once you are able to complete the curriculum and you practice past questions and practice very well, the writing the exam is usually simple. But for those who do not complete their curriculum or do not read very well or practice very well, they find it challenging to complete their senior secondary school leaving certificate. Yeah.
And how do you actually get to university? Do the university have different set of exams, or they only based on your leaving certificate results?
Okay, so after you have your secondary school leaving certificate, which popularly we write the WAEC, West African Examination Council. There is an examination body that manages all writing that exam. You have your secondary school leaving certificate. Then to get into a university, we will write JAMB or UTME, University Tertiary Education Exam.
Okay.
Yes, so there is an exam that is specifically targeted for entrance into universities. Mm-hmm. So, and that is called JAMB. Yeah, Joint Admission Matriculation Board. And the exam is University Tertiary exam.
Okay, so they join the examination board. Is an independent body or is a government one?
The joint JAMB is an independent body, but it works in affiliation with the government. Yeah.
Okay. So how difficult it is to get through the JAMB?
Well, the JAMB, they have a brochure, they have a curriculum. For instance, if you are to study electrical electronics engineering, you need maths, you need physics, you need chemistry, you need English. All right. So, so JAMB in their brochure and their curriculum, they will give you the areas where you are supposed to focus on. They'll show you where you are supposed to focus on to be able to. So if you cover those topics that they've specified, you should be able to write the exam peacefully. But if you do not cover those topics, then you might find it difficult. And that is how it is across every other discipline. If you want to study medicine, you have to have your chemistry, you have to have your biology, you have to have English and some other subjects. So that's how it is across all discipline. There is always a curriculum. There is always the brochure every year. They update the brochure and then put what is needed to complete the exam.
Okay.
So by so doing, all students that take their practice seriously, take their reading seriously, complete and cover the curriculum, they don't find it difficult writing and passing the exams.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So tell me, how many universities do you have in Nigeria?
Wow. We have a lot. We have lots of universities. I can't really say the exact number.
Is it in hundreds? Is it in hundreds?
Yes. We have more than 100 universities in Nigeria. We have more than 100 universities.
Okay. So must be the good ones in Lagos area.
Lagos has the good universities are spread across the country. We have University of Lagos in Lagos. We have we have University of Ibadan in Ibadan. We have University of Nigeria in Nsukka. We have Imo State University in Imo State. We have Federal University of Technology in Imo State. So we have good universities spread across Nigeria. So the thing is, there are specific courses that some universities handle better. Some are very good in law, some are very good in medicine, some are very good in engineering, some are good in arts. So depending on what you want to specialize in and your choice, you can now choose the university of your own choice. But all the universities in Nigeria are they are giving in their best. They're trying.
Okay. So what is the most important things in your view to be a student at the university? In your view, for a student
What is
at
the
the
most important
university,
thing?
things for a student at the university.
So it depends on individuals. So
Okay.
for some individuals, their priority is to go and make good grades. They just want to come out with first class. So for them, it's the most important thing. Some other students, they want there to go and socialize, and some of them, by so doing, they become artists, they become movie stars, and some, they go to school to become
Okay. Тоже немножко.
Сейчас, да.
Ну, интересно очень, да. У них West African Matriculation Board. То есть, видимо, несколько стран это объединяет. Да. То есть, вот когда еще англичане были, да, так сказать, тогда они это сделали, видимо, да. West African Examination Matriculation Board, да, так я понимаю. Ну вот, рассказывая про, опять же, про историю, да, политическую. Вот была Вторая Республика, которая всего 4 года продолжалась. Потом, опять же, очень долгий срок, почти 10 лет, военные взяли власть. И я вот это очень хорошо помню, потому что тогда вот пришел к власти там молодой генерал-майор Мухаммад Бухари, который сейчас является демократически избранным президентом. А после него, значит, да, его же заместитель взял власть, да, так сказать, он его оттуда убрал, да, так сказать, его звали Ибрагим Бабандаса Бабангида, да, Бабангида, или IBB его звали, вот этого человека интересного очень. Ну, такой высокий, интересный человек, президент там, да, так сказать, и у него были всегда очень такие странные высказывания, да, так сказать, я это очень хорошо помню. И второе, что при нем как раз, да, так сказать, в Нигерии началась вот страшная такая волна коррупционных скандалов, там прочее, да, так сказать. До этого она вроде бы более-менее была такая не страна без сильной коррупции, прочее. Потом в 93 году у них было переходное правительство всего год, и после этого опять же военные взяли власти, и пришли очень странные люди, скажем так, власти военные. Это знаменитый Сани Абача, человек невероятных там способностей, как говорится. Потом после него, как он умер прямо на посту, как он говорил, до военного президента, пришел к власти Абдуссалами Абубакар, который также продержался не очень долго, но уже в 99 году снова новая республика была образована, на этот раз 4-я, так они и называют, да, так сказать, 4-я республика. И руководителями ее стали сразу, опять же, военные, да, люди, там Абасания тоже генерал, да, так сказать. Потом, потому что на самом-то деле вот PDP, да, это People's Democratic Party, это партия, которую образовал же как раз IBB, да, Ибрагим Бадамаси Бабагинда, да, Бабагинда, он образовал эту партию, и после этого второй был президент из этой же партии, Умару Муса, да, Умару Муса умер прямо тоже на посту, и сам Бабангида хотел снова стать президентом, значит, ну, который был этим военным, значит, лидером страны, да, так сказать, он хотел стать, но что-то потом поменял свое решение, ну, ему сколько уже, там, 70 лет или что-то, и тогда к власти пришел такой вот христианин Гудлак Джонатан. Гудлак Джонатан, если вы обращали внимание на политическую историю Нигерии, да, это человек, который всегда ходил в такой шляпе, называется Хамбург, да, так сказать, такой шляпе черной. И вот идея была такая, да, что была очень большая консолидация президентской власти, да, так сказать, то есть президент одновременно еще и управлял государством, правительством, имеется в виду. То есть у него такая двойная функция была. Он и премьер-министр, и глава государства. И поэтому, значит, была идея, что надо объединить как бы две части страны, потому что Нигерия, она изначально была очень нестабильна из-за того, что юг страны очень христианский, да, христианизированный, и север страны исключительно сильными исламскими тенденциями, да, они никак не могли друг с другом так вот более органично ужиться, и поэтому даже 69-й год, 67-й год, 70-й год была такая революция, да, в Нигерии. Не революция, а называется гражданская война. Знаменитая биафранская война, Биафра. Очень сильно пострадали как раз вот народы Игбо, потому что они же хотели, поддерживали именно биафранских повстанцев, и из-за этого, значит, были очень большие проблемы, да, так сказать. Ну, как раз победителями стали вот эта группа военных под управлением Бабангида, Сани Абача и прочих. Все они учились в одной школе, кстати, на севере Нигерии. Очень тоже интересный такой факт. И потом вот идея была потом такая, да, чтобы стабилизировать все-таки политическое власть в стране, надо сделать так, чтобы попеременно, да, один год, один срок управляет страной президент-мусульманин, следующий президент должен быть христианин. Ну, примерно государство наполовину разделено на почти половину, значит, людей христианской веры разных деноминаций, а другие мусульмане, да, суннитского толка. Ну и так и не договорились, но после Джонатана, Гудлак Джонатана пришла к партии другая, значит, партия это Мухаммаду Бухари, который сейчас управляет страной, который, кстати, вот политический такой немезис Бабангиды, да, и получается вот какая-то курьезная ситуация, да, но факт тот, что hello, hi. Hello.
Wow, sorry, I had
No,
internet issues.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
fixed it now.
Okay, good. Anyway, so because we've been talking about the university life, you see, because what is for the young people of student age, the most important time at the university, you see, what they have to look at most, you see, what do you think in their view, in your view, you should do as a student? What sort of skills you have acquired whilst you're at the university?
Okay, so the university is a very interesting place to be. You have the freedom to decide what you do with your life. Here in Nigeria, most university students stay away from home. They basically stay away from their parents. They have all the freedom. They are not being monitored by their daddy or mommy. They are not being monitored by their teachers. They can decide to go to class. They can decide not to go to class. So they have freedom to decide what they want to do. And a lot of students make good use of their time at the university. It's a time to build friends. A lot of students have met their business partners that they established companies after school during their school days. So it's an important time in the stage of every man. Once you're in the university, it is important that you make the right decision to use it judiciously, use your time judiciously, not just academically, because a lot of times we have some students that just go there, they read, study, they come out with first class, and they cannot freely associate with other students. So they just become triangular students that they go from their homes to the class, and from their class to probably the market and back to their home, and they are just triangular students. So, but they happen to be good, they are bright students, but they cannot socialize. They cannot be able to collaborate with other students. There are some other students that, apart from being bright students, coming out with good grades, they are able to socialize, they are able to communicate their ideas to their peers, they are able to form teams, collaborate, and work on a project and get something done. And there are some that also go into the school, and like I was saying, some go participate in the school politics. They vie for elective positions in their departments. Some become presidents, secretaries, financial secretaries, PROs, and from there they toe the political line. So the university is an all-encompassing place for any individual to learn. There is so much to learn in the university. It is just about you opening your mind and deciding, okay, this is what I want to achieve. So for some people, they go into the school deciding that they want to become something. Some decide that they want to become musicians. So from the first day they step into the school, while studying, they also go out to studios, make music, come use it to entertain their fellow students. And before they are graduating, they already have a lot of friends, a lot of lovers, a lot of followers that will always want to listen to them. And they've built their brand just within the period of 4 years. Some end up starting businesses. There are students that start businesses in school. They become enterprising. I know some that starts with just selling of recharge cards. You know, they buy normal MTN recharge card and resell. And today, a lot of them are also into the tech world, doing a lot of businesses, buying and selling. So there is a lot of things to learn from the university. A lot of other students come into school and also play their way. They just come around, play, and by the time they know it, they are out of university, and they've missed out some vital aspects of school. So it is very, very important that as a student in the university that you strike a balance. You strike a balance between your academics. You strike a balance between social activities. You strike a balance between the business world. You know, I know a lot of, like in my department, then we went out for lots of excursions, went to some power plants to go and see how transmission of electricity is done, generation is done, and the likes. You know, we create some kind of relationship between the students and the industry. And so doing, it helps us to easily migrate from graduates into the, working class population. So there is so much to learn in the university, and any student that is wise enough should not misuse their time at the university. It is a very free time for them to decide how they spend their time. Yeah.
Yes. So the university is a very unique time when you have a real free time to do a real actual choice for your future. You establish your own,
whatever you want to do, and you decide. You are the designer, you are the architect, you are the builder. You do everything yourself.
Okay.
Nobody dictates to you in the university.
Excellent. So you're actually poised for the future success of your career at the university by creating and setting up your network of friends.
Yes, creating good networks of friends is very vital in the university. You know, if you look at great people in the world like Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, they all started in the university. They were able to network with some like minds, and they ended up creating something that the world is enjoying today. So it's a very good place for a lot of people to connect together. Yes, the truth be told, right now we have technology that helps people to also connect from other parts of the world without actually being in the university or in the confined environment. Like Facebook, a lot of people connect from Facebook, still get together to do some things. There are so many competitions, like so many cohorts that goes on, like Y Combinator and the likes, and people, come together, collaborate. We have Google Google coding challenges, where people can just come together and build teams, get things done. So, but the good thing about the university is that you get to know this person one-on-one. You get to understand yourself. You know yourself. You know your character. Probably sometimes you get to even know each other's families. So it's a unique place to actually learn, grow, and establish.
Yes, exactly. So I very much agree with you on that point. And also, I want to ask you about the national service. Do you have any national service, like a military one?
Yeah, so that is the one I talked about earlier. We have the National Youth Service Corps. Okay. So it is a 1-year program that every graduate from Nigerian universities and even universities abroad, Nigerian students that school abroad, they also come back and register for the 1-year service. It is the pride of the graduates to participate in NYSC. In fact, a lot of persons that do not participate, they regret not having that opportunity to be part of it. It is an exciting time, an interesting time to, you are being trained by the Nigerian military. You do a lot of paramilitary training for the camping period. And after the camping period, you are being deployed to a particular place to go and serve. Some are being deployed to schools to teach. Some are deployed to the hospital to carry out their health service works. Some are deployed in radio stations, depending on your discipline. For those that study law, they are deployed to some chambers, legal chambers, some government offices to carry out their task. And also it serves as it serves as an industrial training time for graduates. For instance, a lawyer that is being posted to a legal firm gets to learn a lot of things from the superiors in the law firm. Doctors that are being posted to medical centers, they learn a lot of things under the supervision of the professionals that are in those fields. So the 1-year NYSC period is an interesting time, and is an enviable thing if you find out that you do not participate in it. And for instance, I won the presidential award after serving in the NYSC, and that was because of the opportunity that was given to me to teach and share the knowledge I gathered during my undergraduate days in school. So I did not waste that time in the place I was posted. I was posted in a secondary school where I taught physics, I taught mathematics, and I engaged in teaching them the electronics. So I established an electronics club. So I was teaching students, the basic introductory aspect of electronics, and they were able to achieve a lot of things. Some of them are right now studying electrical electronics because of the motivation they gathered from what I taught them in school. And they connect with me in social medias like Facebook and WhatsApp. So that is one of the joys of serving in the NYSC after your graduate studies. Yes.
Yes, fantastic. So you have received this award from the hands of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes. So it is a rare opportunity for youths of our country to meet with the President of the country. And when I got to the NYSC, I realized that the NYSC had limitless opportunities. Putting on that NYSC uniform, you can virtually walk into any office and they will listen to you. So it gives you a lot of prestige. It gives you a lot of opportunities to be heard, but a lot of times some people do not understand the privileges they have by being members of the National Youth Service Corps. As a youth corps in Nigeria, you can walk into any organization and you'll be heard. They will give you, provided you are putting on that uniform, they will give you maximum attention. But if you are putting on a casual wear like I'm doing right now and you walk into some offices, you might not gain entrance from the gate. That's the reality. Yes. Okay. But the National Youth Service Corps gives you an open, it's like an open check. So you decide what you do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So for a lot of persons, they maximize the opportunity, while some just see it as one of those activities that just need to be done.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. So you have been invited to the presidential villa at the Aso Rock?
Yes. We were invited to come and take a tour of the presidential villa, and also received the award plaque, we received our award certificates, and award medal. And although the president was not present on that day, the vice president represented him. So all along, it has always been the president that does that. It's a yearly program. And so we had the opportunity of meeting with the vice presidents. In my own case, my predecessors had the opportunity of meeting with the president. So it is a rare opportunity, and not everyone gets a chance to go into the White House or sorry, my distance. So not everybody gets an opportunity to go into the presidential villa, but as NYSC core members, ex-core people that served our fatherland very well, we are given that privilege to, come to the presidential villa, have a tour, experience how some things are done there, and also receive a presidential medal and the award and the presidential handshake also.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's very good. But now, you see, tell me, how is well developed the digital industries in Nigeria compared to other African countries? Like, do you know that there was a very good blip in Kenya, for example, when they started this, some of the good digital projects in Nigeria concerning the electronic money and.
So Nigeria is one country where innovation thrives. We are innovative in every field. Talk about the music industry. Nigeria is one of the top, if not the first in Africa. In fact, Nigeria is the first in Africa and one of the top in the world. Talk about the movie industry. Nigeria is one of the top in the world. And in technology, we are not far behind. Yes, we do not have all the industries to manufacture a lot of things here, like manufacturing the individual components right here in Nigeria. But we do a lot of designing and building. For instance, I am good at building inverters. I can build inverter, I can design inverter and build from scratch to finish. I build digital science from scratch to finish. All I need to do is to buy the components, do my design, do my calculations, and I solder everything, write my program, and it works. So in the tech industry, we have Nigerians that are doing really great. We have Paystack. I don't know if you've heard of Paystack. Paystack is a payment solution that was started by a young Nigerian like me. And right now, Paystack is not only helping businesses in Nigeria to receive payments and make payments around the other African countries. Paystack is making wave. And recently, I read a news that Stripe wants to help Paystack, reach a wider audience that is far beyond African continents and extend beyond other parts of the world. So we have that in place. So when it comes to digital currency like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, yes, I can't pinpoint to a particular one now that has been fronted by Nigerians, but I'm very aware that a lot of Nigerians are making wave in building cryptocurrencies from scratch and also in buying and trading cryptocurrencies. We have a lot of crypto miners in Nigeria and crypto traders in Nigeria. So we are maximizing the use of blockchain. In fact, we have a lot of companies that are also adapting the Ethereum, blockchain network, for what do we call it again? So there is this smart contract that is in vogue now. Smart contracts. So so a lot of Nigerians are keying into all those technologies and making use of it to affect how businesses thrive. Yeah. So Nigeria is not left out in technology. Program-wise, software developers, we have a lot of software developers from Nigeria. A lot of them are working remotely for companies in America, companies in UK, companies in India, companies in Canada, and they are also serving the companies around here in Nigeria. So we are not far behind in the technological advancements. And I wouldn't say that we have also reached the prime. We are somewhere in between. We are somewhere in between. We are not just at the tail end, and we have not gotten to where we are looking up to be, but we are making progress.
Yes, because I know the Nigerians are very freewheeling, extremely enterprising, very industrious people. That they're doing great strides, they're doing extremely great work, trying to develop their own country and so on, which is, now doing very well, especially, in current situation. So what do you think? So what do you think the future will be for Nigeria?
Well, I believe that Nigeria is going to be the one of the topmost countries in the world in the nearest future. The truth is that the youths of Nigeria are fast waking up. A lot of us have been docile for a long time, waiting for the leadership to hand down food and maybe resources to us. And the reality is that it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The youths of our time right now are taking up challenges. We've succeeded in many industries as youths. We've succeeded in the music industry. We've succeeded in the movie industry. In the technological world, we've succeeded. We have farmers that are youths. Where we have not really made much where we have not really made tremendous impact is in the area of political leadership. Not just if we are talking about leadership, we have great youth leaders. We have a lot of youth leaders that are performing magic in several spheres, But politically, the youths are still far behind. We have the aged ones heading almost all the political offices. We have them as governors, as presidents, as senators, as House of Rep members. But right now, the youths are coming up and deciding to take their future into their hands. As I told you when we started this interview, like 2 weeks ago now, there has been consistent protests on the streets about police brutality and bad governance, and the youths are actually pushing forward for they being in leadership positions where they can actually make decisions that affect a greater part of the country, So I believe with the passion, with the enthusiasm, and with the plan that they have put in place right now, in the nearest future, we'll be having presidents of this country in their 30s or 40s, and vibrant presidents that can, be up to date with what is happening, whether in technology, whether in the social and in the political sphere, and so they can, based on this intelligence, make good and informed decisions for the betterment of our country and the well-being of everybody in this environment and Africa at large. Yeah.
Sure. I think it is extremely likable that it will happen because of your useful energy, that you have and so on. It will immediately break through all these barriers. But tell me, as a leader for as a community organizer, what will be the communities like in the digital age?
So right now, there is the digital age is helping communities thrive better. Before now, for you to organize anything, you must probably secure a venue. Maybe start with your home, maybe where your residence. you go around, you know, get people informed about what you are trying to do, and then they meet in your house, and from there probably you move out to a rented space or in a public school environment or in a public space to, you know, carry out your social responsibility. But right now, with the advent of the technology like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can create a community within seconds. You can connect with millions of people in seconds. You can just an idea can just come to you. You go to Twitter, you post it, and you see lots of like minds, you know, liking, and by so doing, you see a lot of them. You create WhatsApp groups. From WhatsApp group, they start contributing ideas, and before you know it, they launch into the physical realm. They begin to meet physically and begin to synergize to get things done. So the technological age is really advancing communities, volunteering, and being able to manage people and get things done. So there is much more prospect with the advent of technology when it comes to bringing about volunteering and solving social communal problems.
Okay. So in your view, why is the volunteering is important?
Wow, volunteering is very important. The opportunities that comes with volunteering is limitless. First and foremost, it helps you to express yourself. It helps you to get small skills. You know, get small skills. For instance, somebody might be willing to volunteer and may not have a skill in that area, and because you see that this person is willing to volunteer, you can afford to, you know, give that person the opportunity to learn while volunteering. So a lot of times people hone their skills, people sharpen their skills, people fine-tune their skills by volunteering. And also, it gives you the opportunity to gain experience. So many people do not have experience. Okay, in Nigeria, there is this common recurrence of employers asking employees or prospective employees to state their number of years of experience in a particular field. But with volunteering, you can go into a field as a novice, learn on the job and gather experience, and also update your CV, update your curriculum vitae. You know, so volunteering has limitless opportunity. In fact, some people get employed into companies just because of their ability to volunteer. Companies, some employers, some CEOs, they see that this person has a lot of skills, or this person has the tenacity to learn, and after volunteering for some time, they take the person into their system and have him or her as an employee. And by so doing, some have gotten well-paying jobs volunteering. So there is just limitless opportunities that comes with volunteering.
Okay. So this is a wonderful, you know, that I had a real pleasure talking to you. And my friend Albert, you know, wants to ask you questions about, you know, particular specific subjects. Please, Albert.
Francis.
All right.
Francis. Oh, sorry.
All right. Good day, Albert.
Francis, that was really nice. You had time for us, just sharing your experience, because we live in two different, not just two different countries, in two different continents. That's unbelievable. And as you said, it's very easy nowadays to make communities and to gather around some ideas. And the first question I wanted to ask is about your Coding for Africa initiative. So tell us about this. What is the Coding for Africa?
All right, Albert. So Coding for Africa is one of my initiative of bringing Africa up in technology, especially coding and programming. So there is so much opportunities that is there for technological enthusiasts. You can just come up with an idea and as you fine-tune the idea, you get a skill in programming, and you build on that idea. Before you know it, it turns into multi-million-dollar businesses. So the concept of Coding for Africa is targeted at teaching software development, teaching coding to young individuals, youths of our time, to embrace technology as one tool that is veritable for solving problems of the day that we are in now, the current day that we are in. So that is basically the idea behind Coding for Africa, teaching youths coding, and then also helping them to be employed in the technological sphere to solve everyday problem with programming.
Okay, and before diving into some technicalities, I just really wanted to know about to know more about your parents.
All right. Okay, so I am born into the family of Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel EMEAFU. My father's name is Emmanuel Ihanichuku EMEAFU. My father is from Imo State, Amucha in Njaba local government area of Imo State, whereas my mother is from Anambra, Nibo, Anambra. So by virtue of marrying, she is now from Imo State. So my father is a very loving man. I learned a lot of things. In fact, I learned a lot of skills from my dad. As a child growing up, my dad did a lot of stuff. He had all these carpentry tools in the house. He had electrical tools. So when we had little electrical problems in the house, my dad would always fix them. My dad uses his carpentry tools to make tables, make chairs. So I picked a lot of interest. I was always close. I was always by my dad's side. So I learned a lot of handy skills from my dad, making chairs, making tables. In fact, there was a time I made a box guitar as a child. I think I was around 11 or 12 or 14 years then. I made a box guitar, a very fine box guitar, and I carved everything with wood. And that's courtesy because I was always close to my dad. So it has been a wonderful experience being around that man. He's a disciplinarian, and he's also a teacher. So my dad taught in secondary schools for the time I know. And so I learned, because I also teach, so I learned some of my teaching skills from my dad. My mom, on the other hand, is a very beautiful woman, very lovely woman, and caring woman. She's a home economics lecturer. So she studied home economics, and she has been a home economics lecturer for a very long time. So some of the things I learned from my mom are, I was always close to both of them. In fact, because we do not have a girl child in the house, we are all males, so we had to learn how to do everything. So when it comes to cooking, baking, and catering stuffs, I learned all of those from my mom. So I know how to bake cake, I know how to cook, and all those other stuff that ladies do in the house. Even sewing. My mom used to teach how to sew in the school. So a bit of sewing, I know how to sew. So those two people shaped my life by virtue of their commitment to bringing us up. And then my dad was always very committed in church. So so they brought us very close. They brought us very close to the leadership in church. So as a child, I remember I was a choir member. I was an altar server. I headed an organization called Holy Childhood as a child, and Legion of Mary and Block Rosary. So in all of these little groups in the church, I had leadership roles to play. So I was always either teaching or leading people to, carry out some tasks and stuff like that. So it has always been like that for me for a very long time, helping people to carry out some kinds of activities that is targeted at achieving a goal.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. And the next question is a little bit story before I ask this question. When I was in South Korea, I had a talk with the young guy of my age, and I asked him about when the first time you had the computer. And he asked me that question. I said 1997. And I asked him the same question. And he said, in 1997, I was the top 10 players in StarCraft in South Korea. So that's the huge difference between the countries. So what was the first year when you saw the computer?
Okay, so the first year I saw the computer was around 1990. It should be around 1997. Remember, I told you I went to Kano School of Business Studies. So it was a business school. We were taught more of business studies. So part of what I learned in that school was how to use a typewriter, a typewriting machine. We learned ASDF, semicolon, LKJ. And so after we've mastered how to use typewriting machine, our computer instructor brought a computer desktop to our school. And I think I remember the Windows that was running on that machine was Windows 98. Windows 98. So this thing was between, I think, 1997, 1998, yeah, thereabouts, that I first saw a computer system. And it was booted. It was more of command prompt. Everything was more of command prompt then. And then when it's booted to the desktop, we saw I think it's Notepad. Is it Notepad? Yeah. Then Paint and Notepad was the basic application you could use then. Yeah. So that was when I first saw and used a computer. 1998. Yeah.
Had this computer the internet connection?
Oh no! There was no internet connection then. It was just it was just a computer machine. There was no internet connection. So what we had then was floppy disk. In fact, I can't even remember. Were there CD-ROMs then? Was the CD-ROM really working? I think it was more of floppy disk drive that we were using then. Yeah, there was CD-ROM, but floppy disks and CD-ROM that existed then. Very old floppy and CD-ROM drives.
That was my very guess because you mentioned the Windows 97 as your skills in your resume.
You said what?
You mentioned Windows 97 as your skills in your CV.
Oh, really? I can't even remember that it's there. It's been a long time I created that CV, and I just had to send it to you because this meeting came up impromptu. You just requested for it last night, and I gave it to you. And this morning we are having this interview.
Just great. And I know you are the guy, fashion guy. You're dressing very well, and your dress is like a Nigerian style. Can you tell us about that?
All right. So we have Nigeria is a great country with great and plenty traditions. We have a lot of we have about 774 ethnic groups, and each of these ethnic groups have their own style of dressing. You understand? If you see a typical Igbo man, you will know by his style of dressing. If you see a typical Hausa man, you will know by his style of dressing. If you see a typical Yoruba man, you will see it in his dressing. So our dressing is just a huge part of our culture. We cannot shy away from it. In fact, recently, the Western worlds have started, emulating our dressing culture. They want to, wear the types of fabric we wear, so the types of, clothes we sew, and also feel the joy in putting on this kind of clothes. I remember there was a time you told me you would like to get, I can't remember the clothes. There's a cloth I wore sometime that you told me you would like to see, get that cloth. And I was telling you that maybe when I come to Russia, I'll come with one for you. So probably very soon you'll be getting one from me.
Francis, we have, you cannot wear the Nigerian dress all the time. So we will send you Russian Yakut dress you will wear to you, This is, it's truly Yakut dress. You can see the symbol.
Yakut. Okay. So the dress is named after is it named after your city?
No, it's named after our nation, Yakut people.
Okay, after your nation, Yakut people.
So you'll get there. You'll get there.
All right, that's good. That's lovely.
So, and that was just a moment. The question is, can you tell us about the culture? How you keeping in touch with your people? You're not from the Lagos. You're from the other area of Nigeria. And how you trying to connect with your people when you are in a big city?
All right. So there is one trait of the Igbo people that I am very much aware of. The Igbo people, wherever they find themselves, like I told you earlier, like I told the president earlier on, that there is a saying that goes this way: if you go to any city and you don't find an Igbo man, then it means that place is not safe to be in. All right. So so Igbos generally, wherever they find themselves, they build a community around themselves. The community might start from the church. Usually the Igbos attend Catholic church more. So by the time they identify a close by Catholic church, they attend that Catholic church, and then they always form community forums or community groups, where they have monthly meetings. People from different states. For instance, we have 5 eastern states. People from Imo State, Enugu State, Anambra State, Abia State. So they always come together and build a community around themselves and take care of themselves. They attend their birthday parties, they attend their wedding parties. They take care of themselves. If there is need for help to travel down to the east, they facilitate it. If there is a debt, they help in managing the situation. So it is not difficult for any Igbo man to connect wherever he finds himself. Right now, I just came into Abuja. It's not been up to 3 months. This is just this is the 3rd month I'm in Abuja now. So by the time I am a little more settled, I will always identify my people. But for the time being, I've been connecting with them on the social media and through phone calls, So I have, like my family, we have a family group where we always communicate, we share information and rub minds together. So that's it about that. I know that the Hausa people also, usually when they go to any part of the country, they always form a community around themselves. You always see a place in a city where they call Amausa or something like that. You see more of the Hausa people, residing in those areas. So the Hausas also form a community around themselves. Likewise, the Yorubas. Yorubas are also very good in forming community, and they are very supportive of themselves. I've been in Lagos and I see how they operate. When it comes to their son or their daughter wants to wed, they contribute money, they contribute clothes, they contribute a lot of stuff. So they are very good at, forming community. In fact, the African culture is built around forming communities, building communities. The Africans, they believe so much in community. So we cannot do away, as Africans, we cannot do away with community. We are always knitted together in close communities. So That's it about Africa. And this is one thing the Western world need to learn from Africa. You know, Africa is a very good place to learn about building community, managing community, and having communal goals. All right.
Yeah, I heard from the Western press that Nigeria is going to be the Silicon Valley of Africa. I think it wasn't a joke, because Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, is going to move to Africa to live and to work in this continent. Why do you think it's so much interest from the global community about Africa?
All right. So Africa has talented youths. If you look at the Western world, you will realize that most of their population are aged people. They have a lot of aged people in the Western world. But if you look at Africa, we have a lot of youths. We have several millions of youths. And many of these youths are skilled, they are talented, they are vibrant, they are energetic. They are not just intelligent, they are also energetic. Nigerian youths are energetic. African youths are very energetic. They can work morning, afternoon, night, and they are ready to give in their best to achieve anything. Don't just give them the opportunity. That is when they cannot strive. But wherever they find the opportunity, I tell you, the Black youths that I know are very vibrant and they perform very well. So some time ago, Mark Zuckerberg came to Nigeria, and he visited Lagos, this area, Yaba area, where we have a lot of tech startups. And also recently, I've been hearing about the CEO of Twitter coming down to Nigeria and Africa as a whole, you know, to establish. This is because if you look at the tech world, you see that a lot of Africans are coming up in the technological world. You know, when they have this information, when they have these gadgets at their disposal, they are able to understand it and also make use of it. One of the reasons the Western world thrive very much in technology is because right from childhood they are being introduced to gadgets and technology. But here in Africa, we are still embracing it. We are getting to embrace it as youth. Now imagine when our kids begin from childhood to work with all these gadgets, they will do exceptionally very much well. So I think these key leaders like Jack of Twitter and Mark of Facebook, looking towards Africa, they have seen that Africa is going to be the next Silicon Valley in terms of technology, and it is already happening. Like I told the president earlier on, we have Paystack that is currently doing very much great in payment gateway. We have several other payment gateways that are being owned and managed by Nigerians. We have a lot of tech companies here. We have Google Host, a hosting company. They also, do development, and we have what was the name of this company again that was set up from US? They have a branch in Nigeria here where they get interns to come and learn programming, and they deploy them across several companies to go and work. Let me remember the name of this.
Sorry, have you heard about the ride-hailing app called InDriver?
What?
Have you heard about the app InDriver, ride-hailing app service? InDriver.
InDriver.
Yeah, have you heard about that?
No, I've not.
It's like what is it called?
Uber.
It's like a Uber.
Oh, it's like Uber?
Yeah.
I've not heard about it. The one I know about Bolt. Bolt is owned by and managed here in Nigeria. I know about Taxify. It's just like Uber also. They operate here in Abuja and in Lagos. And then I know about GoCada. GoCada is just like Uber, but this time around they work with bikes. They work with bikes, so and it was all ideas of Nigerian guys, and they've really made waves. Although Gokada has reduced his functionality due to the ban of motorcycle in Lagos, but the company is still thriving because they are into other aspects of their business like logistics and delivery. You understand? So we are really making progress in the world of technology.
So what do you think in the future, what kind of markets will be very huge areas for young entrepreneurs to be in?
Well, for young entrepreneurs coming up in Nigeria, I am seeing a future where there will be so much diversification. We will not have an industry that is doing better than the other. Right now, we have a mind shift. People are just looking towards music, a movie, and the likes. But I'm seeing a nearest future where there will be somehow equality again across all industries. A lot of youths are embracing farming right now. We know about mechanized farming. We know about genetically modified fruits and plants. And, you know, all these things are being geared, is technology managed, you know. So I know a lot of youths now that are into fish farming, poultry, and they are doing greatly. So the shift and the pressure of everybody focusing on one industry, for instance, the music industry, because it is thriving, will soon be decentralized very soon. Very soon there will be a spread across all spheres, you know. So and this is because technology is helping. Before now, for you to produce music, you needed to go to a music station or a music developer who has all the drums, all the keyboard, all the physical instruments. But right now, people produce music in their room, in their sitting room, with their laptop. They have softwares like Fruity Loops Studio or just softwares like that. They are able to, you know, mix tunes together and produce music. Right now, we have people can write softwares just from their computer. You don't need to go to anywhere. You can be in your house, collaborate with people anywhere, and, you know, develop softwares. People can develop Android applications, develop iPhone apps and the likes, you know. So there is a decentralization across board. Farming, technological world, music, education. I told you about Coding for Africa, which is geared towards education. So education is also being decentralized. You must not now go to a school to go and register. You can be in your home. You subscribe to a channel. You subscribe to a tutorial center. You get videos. You get resource materials. You read. You study. You practice, and you get things done. So there is a shift. It's going to take a little time, but we are adapting and we are making progress.
So you talk a lot about getting things done, and what's your secrets in to get things done, as you say?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, you said that you said multiple times to get things done, exactly this phrase. And can you advise us how to get things done?
All right. So one of the ways of getting things done first is to have a target or an end goal. For instance, I have this pen in my hand right now. If I want to achieve making a pen, first of all, I have to visualize what I want to make. I want to make a pen. Next thing, I ask question: what are the things that goes into making a pen? We have the plastic aspect, we have the ink, and we have the rotary metal ball here. So how do I get this? How do I get this? How do I get this? So you put all these things into perspective, you plan it How long is it going to take me to get this one? What are the things I need to do to get the ink and all of that? So it's all about having an end goal in mind. All right. If you have an end goal in mind, and then you strategize, you break down the goal into parts. It will always have bits and bits parts that you fulfill. By the time you get all those parts joined together, you come out with the result you are seeking. So that is how to get things done in any field, in whichever field you are. If it is, you are talking about going to school, you want to get a degree in computer science or in electrical electronics engineering or in the field of law, first is that you know that you want to be a lawyer or you want to be an engineer or you want to be a computer scientist. The next thing is what? Which school offers such training? Then the next thing is, how do I get their form? How much does it cost? After getting the form, the next thing is to put in your time to study, do the assignments. And before you know it, you have the end goal, which is either being a lawyer, an engineer, a computer scientist, a medical doctor, or whatever. So it is the principles are the same across board. The principles are the same. The only thing that is different is the end product. The end product, yes.
Well, thank you very much for this. I think it's a great answer. And I'd like to give a word to Vasily Klimovich.
Okay, Francis, that was a most amazing and fantastic talk, because we just received so much of the positive energy from you, of your, as you said, the energy of the youth of today, because as we know that Nigeria has always been a very vibrant and extremely forward-looking country,
Yes.
which has been doing great stride towards the new and the higher planes of the economic development, which now achieved very much by the sheer energy of the people. This free economy that you have, the incredible freedom of businesses that you do, and also the educational system that you have, and the beautiful and interesting and very creative attitude that the people of Nigeria are proud of. And so we very much looking at Nigeria as a place that we can learn a lot. And because in Russia, we need to have these good examples, you see, that people doing something and living and also moving towards the better outcomes of at any circumstances that they have, and which is incredible, because as far as we know, Nigeria at the moment is in the very far front, the front of the development in digital economy, etc., which is happening in Africa and also in the world. So in this case, you see, and also I'm very much touched with your incredible and good attitude towards the volunteering work and the community-oriented services, which is also most important part of the modern humans or the society building exercise. And it is also very important to develop the civil society that we require in order to have a sustainable development in the future. So all in all, everything that you said, it will be extremely useful for our members of the community of gifted children, because they've been looking towards going into the universities, and your advice to see the university as a place where you can actually start building your own network of friends in order to achieve much higher aims after you finish the university, or even start your own venture with your friends, which will be end up with being extremely successful because of your time and your effort that you've done during your university time. So thank you very much again, you see, for sharing your experiences, your thought, and your time today. Thank you very much.
Yes, I must commend you for your leadership strides, your commitment to getting this information out to our younger youths and the upcoming generation. You are doing a very good work. Congratulations, and keep the hope and the spirit alive. You are doing great. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Francis is not the finish. We're not the finish yet. Please stay on the line.
Oh, really? You don't want me to go, how about? All right.
Traditionally we have questionnaire. We're asking several questions with 2 options to choose. There is no wrong or right answers. You're just choosing the answer that fits your mind. Just say it. So are you ready to answer to our questionnaire?
All right, go ahead. Let me hear you.
Okay, so we have a question and 2 answers. You're choosing. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start. Okay, so today is very interesting day just because it's the first episode of our live session in English language. So 12 sessions we did before, it was in Russian language. So you're the first guest that we talked in English language. So thank you very much. So let's go. Questions. Who is smarter, cats or dogs?
Who is smarter, what?
Cats or dogs?
Let me hear the options again.
Who is cats or dogs?
Cats or dogs? Okay, I'll go for dogs.
Food or sleep?
Food or sleep? Is it food?
Food or sleep? Choose.
Okay. I did not get the option. Is it food? Like
yes, food.
The food?
Yes.
Okay, food or sleep. Well, I'll go for food.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Morning or evening?
Evening.
Dumplings or kebabs?
Shish kebab.
What did you get? What did you say?
Dumplings or kebabs?
Oh yeah, I'll take kebabs. I don't really know what it means.
Theater or cinema?
Cinema.
Ice or sand?
Ice.
Running or swimming?
Swimming.
The best place in Nigeria?
The best boys in Nigeria?
Place.
Best place in Nigeria? Okay, so I'll go for my state, Imo State.
Three greatest Nigerians of all time.
3 greatest Nigerians of all time. Well, I'll use the younger generation to answer this. So I'll go with Shola of Paystack, the young man that founded Paystack, Shola of Paystack. I'll look for one of our greatest artists. Let me go for Wizkid. And then, who is the youngest politician? Youngest politician. Okay, let me just go for Akin Alabi. So we have Akin Alabi, he's a very young senator. We have Wizkid, a very vibrant and popularly known musician. And then Shola of Paystack, a tech enthusiast who is disrupting the payments world in Nigeria and beyond Africa.
Okay, next question. What's your most favorite motto or quote?
What my most favorite what?
Motto or quote, quotation.
Motto?
Your motto, yeah.
That's a car. A car, is it a kind of car or what?
No. You're talking about your motto.
My motto?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my best motto, I would say, personality. Your personality, and you're going by good principles and personality. It helps a lot.
And the last question: what's the meaning of life in one word?
The meaning of life in one word. Life is a journey. A journey.
Thank you very much, Francis.
You're welcome, Albert.
Okay.
Excellent.
So have we come to the end of the interview?
Albert?
For now, yes.
So what is the temperature like in Abuja now?
Okay, so Abuja is very close to the highlands. It's almost always very cold. And right now the temperature is it's not high. It's just around 24 degrees centigrade.
Okay. So what is the do you have any seasons, you see, like the weather seasons, autumn, spring, or something like that?
So we have the rainy season and the dry season.
Okay, so 2 seasons only.
Yes, we have 2 seasons, rainy season and dry season.
So what the season is now? What season
right now we are in the rainy season.
Okay, so when it starts and when it ends?
You said what?
When it ends.
So it's about ending. It's ending very early this November, December. And then we'll enter dry season. And the dry season comes with Harmattan. So during December to early January, we'll have Harmattan.
What is it, Harmattan?
Oh, okay. So it's very cold period in the weather. Yeah.
So and it's the last how long?
The last what?
How long the dry season lasts?
Yes.
How long? How many months?
Okay, how long the dry season lasts?
Yeah.
I can't really say the duration it lasts though, but 3 months, 4 months, thereabout.
Okay, and then the rest is the rainy season.
No, the rest is not rainy season. We'll have normal season when it's not so dry, when it's not raining, just normal weather condition.
Okay, so your climate is very good for human habitation.
Wow, our climate is very habitable. Everywhere you can live, everywhere. It's not too cold, it's not too hot, just normal. So we have some states where we have there are more of highlands. So it's cold there. Like Abuja is close to highland. We have Plateau State that is on the highland, and they are always very cold. And then we have areas that are very close to the desert. They are also lowlands, and they are always hot, like Kanu and Kaduna.
Okay.
So they are very hot.
Excellent. So good luck to you. All the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and your commitment to this project. I know it's a very big project, and I know it's costing you a lot of time and a lot of resources, but you are making an investment into the younger generation, and it is a good one.
Okay.
So
Thank
your wealth of experience is helping to guide and shape a lot of people. So thank you and well done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Bye
much.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.